Yay! We have a real world connection. Anybody else ever done any watermelon launching? I prefer you don't try it off of the top of an expressway. To say the cops frown upon that. So, anyway, here we have me, Mr. Klein, launching a watermelon at 19.6 meters per second from a 58.8 meter tall platform. And the equation for this watermelon's height, s, at a time t, so height is s, time is t seconds, after launch is given by this equation right here, where s is in meters. So what we want to know is how or when does the watermelon strike the ground. So we're going to say that I'm on top of this platform up here, and I have a nice, lovely watermelon in my hand. There we go, and we're going to find out how long is it going to take for it to reach the ground. So I'm going to toss it up in the air, and it's going to come back down, and eventually hit here, and it's going to go all over the place, then maybe have a few other little green pieces here all around, and then it's eventually going to fall out. So what we're trying to find is this time that goes from here to here. If this is our time, notice how t is now, it's in the place of x, so this is our time axis. And then that means that this is our s axis, because that is our s of t, that's our height, instead of a y. So we're trying to find this t, which means we need to find out what would work when our height is equal to 0. What would our t values be? Now, probably the easiest way to do this, one way is to try to factor it. Yeah, decimals, no factoring. We could also try using a quadratic formula, but we're not to that point yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our graphing calculator. So we're going to go to your graphing calculator. Hopefully you have it. You're going to go to the y equals, and you can hit the y equals button. It should go right here. What we're going to do is we're going to type in your equation. So we're going to say negative 4.9. Instead of a t, we're going to say x squared. And then we're going to cursive, no, it is already there, plus 19.6x plus 58.8. So this is our equation. We're going to graph it. And so remember, keep in mind, I'm up here at 58.8. This only goes to 10. I'm way, way up there. Way up that way. And so what's going to happen is it's going to come down, and it looks like it goes through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like it goes through 6 seconds is our t, because remember this is our t value now. So this negative value doesn't really matter, because that means that'd be a negative 2 seconds. Well, it's hard for me to throw a watermelon in my hand 2 seconds ago if it's still in my hand. So that value doesn't even work. So the best way to find out exactly what this answer is to hit your blue button, second, and then hit your trace. This will take you to your calculate menu. Anything that's blue, once you hit the blue button, it's going to give you there. So we're trying to find our 0. So we're going to hit 2 for our 0. It's going to ask for a left bound. So we need to find some number that's to the left of where this crosses our x-axis. So I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 would be a good number to type in. So we're going to hit 5. Notice how it says x equals 5. Enter. And then I need to find a right bound. So here's my arrow. It's going to find a 0 to the right of that arrow. So I'm going to plug in for the right bound. I'm going to choose a 7. It gives me this arrow. So your calculator is going to find a 0 in between these two arrows. So your graph better be crossing somewhere in between there. Now when it says guess, you don't have to do anything for that except hit enter. That's my guess. And here's your 0. Notice how it's flashing on the 6. That is perfect. So we're going to go back over here, and we're going to say t is equal to 6, not days, minutes, or hours. It is seconds. So that is a great place for where your graphing calculator can help you out, make your life a little bit easier just by plugging it in, finding your zeros, and you find out that I am so strong I can launch a watermelon from a high platform, and it takes it a full 6 seconds. Count it. 3, 4, 5, 6. Time's up. That's how long it takes for that watermelon to drop. Long time. So I hope this helped you out, and I hope you figure out how to use your graphing calculator to help make your